time to check out some new growth on some of my favorite plants. Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Rose, and in today's video, I'm going to show you some new growth that I've been eyeing that's looking amazing, both on my aroids and on my Hoyas. Let's go. While I show you this, actually, I thought it might be good to also have a little chat because I've been doing updates on my Instagram, but not so much here. I've decided to go back to a 1 time a week uploading schedule for now because I've been struggling. I've been having more symptoms from my post-concussion syndrome. If you don't know, I fell back in April last year. You can check out that video here. And I've had concussion symptoms basically for 9 months now. It's kind of annoying. And I cannot do very much. I get exhausted very quickly. So 1 video a week, but I'm going to make them really, really good. If you missed it, there is a special project that is happening and I will post that video as soon as possible. It is a lot of work to edit, so I'm trying to get that out to you guys as soon as possible. And secret, it's a greenhouse in the garden. We've been dreaming about this since October. We've been planning and it's super, super exciting. So can't wait to show you that video. Actually, while I sit here and chat, I thought I could show you some growth already so you get to see some plants and not just my face in this video. So this is my Monstera variegata Ferry. And as you maybe can see, there is a new leaf on the way. After this leaf came out, actually, it was struggling a little bit. It slowed down a lot because I repotted it, but then now it's starting to be happy again and put out a new leaf. So that's very, very exciting. He also has an aerial root that was growing not into the pole. So I tried to use my plant Velcro to move that back onto the pole. It went inside and then it's coming out again. So I don't know what that is doing. I'm hoping it will go into the moss rather than on the outside of this pole. But anyway, that's an update too. Another plant in the windowsill is my Alocasia New Guinea Gold, which is not looking very golden right now, but it can. And that actually opened another normal looking leaf. If you remember, this was putting out a lot of damaged growth, and right now it's finally doing better again. I show you the damaged growth in this video, which is the Alocasia collection tour. Yeah, that's very exciting that it's finally doing normal again. And then this is Vicky, who we all know and love, but she has been struggling with spider mites for a long time. Actually, these 2 leaves look okay, but the older leaves have a lot of damage. And she is currently opening another new leaf. So that is very exciting. Can't wait to see it. It is a little bit damaged. Yeah, I think everything is a little bit damaged in my house right now, just from pests and cold and all that stuff. But she's returning to normal, I hope. And then over here is my little Hoya. What is it? I forget the name. Linearis. There we go. And that is, you can't really see it growing very well, but if you look at those weird sticky hairs that are standing up and sort of hanging out to the side, those used to be very small, like very short. And right now they're starting to hang already. So it is definitely growing, even though you can't really tell. There are a lot of leaves that dropped because this was getting stuck in another plant for a while. So I hung it up in a different space to protect it a little bit more. It was due to basically breaking down our whole ceiling, which made everything a little bit more challenging to keep the plants safe. But I think they're going to be okay. This one looks quite happy. And if you didn't know, this one is super soft. It's like a velvet Hoya. It's pretty cool. I'm still waiting for blooms though. No blooms. One of my plans for this spring was actually to show you around all the garden centers again, especially my favorite ones, but also the more regular ones that have cool plants, but not so much necessarily rare or uncommon plants. But we are now in a lockdown that is extended 3 more weeks, so I will not be able to go outside, and we're even getting an evening, what is that? You're not allowed to go outside after 8 p.m. So yeah, life is a little bit different here right now and I cannot show you the garden centers, but as soon as they open again, I plan to do all of them. So expect a lot of plant shopping tours in spring, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Over here in the Hoya corner, we've got some really beautiful sunstress for one, but also some cool growth on Ollie. He started to just grow a new sprout or stem from there, as you can see, which has opened one big leaf and is Still growing, so that's looking good. Also, I still love the pink splash. Paul Shirley, in the video I recorded with him, said that this would go away in winter, but obviously these are sitting under grow lights, so maybe it will stay. If you want to see the Paul Shirley videos, check them out there. And there is one more new leaf on Ollie here as well. Harder to see and a little bit squished, so not much happening over here, sadly. These Hoyas have all slowed down a lot, even though they are my favorites. I hope they will grow again soon. Oh, but one down here, which is gonna be one of the main contestants on the Dust Your Leaves episode I'm gonna do soon with answering all your questions. This one has some new leaves. So both of the strands that are in here, I tied them up differently, so they needed a bit of time to readjust, and obviously I broke off some baby leaves, but now it's growing again. Hoya lobby, very cute. In this corner, we also have some things happening. This is Caspar. He's not doing much, although the leaf is turning green a little bit. It's a bit dark here, so we don't have the flickering lights, hopefully. But this Calo, my little Syngonium variegata, has put out another beautiful, perfect half moon leaf, as you can see here. Perfect, is it? All the way up to the end? Yes! So that's very cool. It seems to go between a almost green leaf and then a half moon leaf, because I've got another half moon leaf here, which I kind of damaged, sorry. And then one down here as well. And then some green leaves in between, and also a fully white one that has since died off. And his lover, Connie, the Hoya Confetti, has put out one with a lot of pink on it as well. So I thought that might be fun to see for you guys. Sometimes they get just very splotchy, what do you say, like small bits of pink. But this one has a big splash of pink. Syngoniums, my only ones. I don't own many Syngoniums. We also have some new growth on the Pink Princess there. The latest leaf wasn't very pink, but I'm hoping that that new one will be really nice and pink. This Hoya Meredithii is also putting out 2 fuzzy new leaves. That's very, very cool. It's such a cool plant. As you can see below there, that is the last leaf that it put out for me. Super big. And on this side, the Hoya Callistophila is also putting out a little new stem with hopefully some leaves. These can grow quite slowly, so it's very cool to see that it's continuing to grow in the terrarium. Oh yeah, look at that. Lots of tendrils as well, but that's not as exciting as leaves. One new crystallinum leaf as well. That is looking beautiful. I hope it will grow very big, like its brothers or sisters. I'm still waiting on Reggie's new leaf that is in there, but hasn't done much. I noticed that he is quite root bound, so I'm gonna make sure I water him a little bit more often, or maybe I'll repot him, but someone has suggested that I shouldn't repot right now. They like to be root bound. I'm not quite sure if that is true, but I'm gonna wait it out for spring a little bit just to be sure. Reggie is beautiful. Hello, Miss Maggie. What's happening? Purr? Are you waiting to be watered again? Go on. Go on. I let this begonia dry out way too much a while ago, but as you can see, it has recovered. It's putting out new leaves, although some still look very crispy and not happy. Whoops. Don't let your begonias dry out for too long. And then in the tent, we also have a lot of new growth. Super exciting. Oh, it's so nice and warm in here. I kind of want to live in this tent. This is one of the Monstera propagations. It put out this tiny leaf here, which is a profil, the first leaf a plant puts out that is a little bit smaller and a little bit deformed sometimes. But as you can see next to it, hopefully you can see, there is an actual leaf, and so far all I see is white. So this might be a very white one, but as you can see, probably the stem is also pretty white in certain bits. So I'm hoping that either inside will be some green or the next one will have some green. Same for the second one that's here. Oh, that's growing very close to the light now. Little profile leaf, and then, all right, I've moved it a little bit away from the light so it doesn't get burned too much. That is a little bit behind on this one. This one is much further along, so we'll see. Lots of new growth on the Hoya Sunrise as well, which is exciting because that hasn't grown for me basically all year since I got it, until I repotted it into soil, and now it's finally happy, luckily. There are new buds that are activated. Can you see? There's a peduncle behind there that is activated, and then there's a newer peduncle here hanging into the melanose. Where are you? There. That I'm hoping will bloom again as well. While we're here, the melano propagations are also doing great. This leaf actually broke off because the tip was sticking through the grate like the monstera, and it broke off. Whoops, that was my fault. But the other ones are also opening leaves. Let's see, and not break off this other one. So we've got a leaf here, a leaf here. Basically all 4 of them have new leaves, either open or about to open. So that's very exciting. Then something not aroid or Hoya related, but very interesting. This is my lithops. And as you can see, new leaves are breaking through, which is so creepy and weird looking. See if I can get more light on there. So do you see that one in the middle there? It just opens up. And apparently you're not supposed to water them as they are changing leaves, because they need to take the water out of the old leaves to put into the new ones instead of getting fresh water from me. So I've stopped watering these for a while. Do you own any lithops? Let me know in the comments. Maggie thinks they look very, very weird. Very weird, Maggie. Living stones. Or possibly she was just waiting for me to switch the light back on. That's a Maggie. And we have several more tendrils around here that are just basically tendrils for now. Hopefully they will grow some leaves. This is Hoya incrostata, variegata. This is the Hoya lohiri that's hanging there. Oh, in case you missed it, I hung up some Hoyas to use more space. Oh, that's a new tendril I hadn't seen yet. That's nice. Okay, new leaves, new leaves. Hoya Meredithy, the big one, is looking amazing. This is the huge one. I've got these new leaves that grew for me. This one has only had its 2 main leaves for a long time, but finally it's growing new ones. Then we've got a pink princess leaf that actually has some pink in it, which is amazing. I've been propagating them for ages, and finally we got some pink. There is more pink in the end of this one here. That one looks a little bit like overlit, but I kind of want to give them a little bit too much light so that they will get more pink, possibly. That is a theory, not a proven fact, so do with that what you will. Ooh, one more Hoya new leaf here. Look at that. Little Macrophylla variegata finally growing again. And tendrils everywhere. Tendrils, tendrils, tendrils. This amazing Monstera variegata propagation, I don't know if you remember this, but I made a video showing this little tiny stick that wasn't doing much, and since then it has finally started to be alive and also is putting out a lot of new roots, as you can see there. And the latest leaf is just unfurling. It's this one. It's beautiful. These were the 2 previous ones. I might give this to my brother or mother because I heard that they both want a variegated Monstera in the future, so option of that one. Ooh, we're getting to the good stuff now. Let's go here first. Melano put out this leaf, which is a little bit damaged, but that's okay. And another leaf is on the way. And then down here, I'm stuck with my hair in the Hoya tendrils. Let's see. Ooh, it's very wet on the bottom. Do you guys have water on the bottom of your tent? I don't think you're supposed to, but whoops. So Mama Melano has got a little baby leaf here. This is the first one since I cut her, so that actually looks really good for the first one. I'm going to turn this a little bit around so it has a bit more space. There is a baby crystallinum leaf here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I think it was hiding from the fan I have it on here, so that's still very small, and I think that's the only one that's there. Oh, I don't know if you've seen this one. Oh, it's actually hardened off now. This has been floppy for many days, but it looks hardened now. This is my Hoya, no, Anthurium metallicum. At least that's what I bought it as. People are questioning that, but that's okay. You can question, I don't care. I'm just gonna call him metallicum Mel. In the back there, we have got some, it's a jungle out here, guys. Got some new leaves on Casper propagations as well. This one unfurled recently. Oh, careful. This is an Anthurium scandens, which is growing wild over here. This is a new obliqua leaf, Monstera obliqua down here, hiding because it doesn't like too much light, but that's looking really good as well. The other Caspars have slowed down a bit, so they haven't done anything new. These are them. Yeah, nothing to report yet. But over here, my top cutting of this awesome, huge Monstera variegata is putting out a new leaf. Finally, this is the first one since I cut him. And the other ones have grown a lot more. But look, immediately it is huge. It has secondary fenestrations and a lot of white. So it's definitely worth it to get a top cutting if you can root it and you can keep it alive. It's looking so good. And I don't know if I can show you this, but yes, there are some really thick fuzzy roots out here. That's as thick as my pinky finger, I think. Very fuzzy from the high humidity in the tent. I moved him here a while ago. These bags, I'll explain to you a little bit more in a different video, but they are to fight thrips from the amazing company Entocare in Wageningen. Great web shop. But yeah, like I said, I'll tell you that in a different video. One more thing to show you here. Why is there so much water on you? These are my varicosum propagations, and they are finally looking good. They used to look very sad and crispy and weird and damaged, like this one. But now they are looking so much better, and this one is actually beautiful as well. Don't know if the red comes through on camera. It looks like it doesn't, but this is kind of brownish orange red, and the backs are already pretty red as well. So that's amazing. Amazing! So that's all the growth in the grow tent. I have to fit everything back inside. There we go. Maggie's still patiently waiting to get some attention. Maggie, it's time for the plants to get some attention. Sorry. Not sorry. Oh, you're so fluffy. Ooh, and I hung up these Maranta over here. They also have a lot of new growth. All of my Maranta propagations are doing really well. I put these here because there is not a lot of light here, and these are some of the only plants that I know do well with not so much light. Plus, we thought it would look nice to have some hanging plants here. There is a yellow leaf, but that is normal. And that is it, I guess, for this. No, wait! I forgot one really, really beautiful leaf. Hold on. I don't know how I could forget this amazing new dragon scale leaf that is opened up. It is so cool. The older leaves are kind of black on my plant, but here you can see the new ones come out quite green, and it's still quite small. I think it might grow a little bit bigger, or maybe it's just a bit smaller from being winter and less light. But I'm so happy to have another leaf because this is such a slow grower. It's so slow that I was actually thinking about getting a few more and then potting them together so that you get more leaves unfurling, because I love this plant so much, and it's really frustrating to have to wait for a new leaf to unfurl. So what do you think? Should I get more dragon scales and pot them up together? Let me know in the comments. And that is really it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy my kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel or becoming a member. You can click the join button below or my Patreon page. Thank you so much to all my patrons. We're gonna plan our Zoom call for next weekend, so I'm really excited to chat with all of you again. And you're in time to join that. If you join now and join the €5 membership, you get to chat with me for an hour on Saturday or Sunday at the end of the month. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait to show you more about our secret project, the greenhouse. And I hope you don't mind. I'm going back to once a week uploading for now, just to make sure that my recovery is going well. Waving with my plants instead of my hands because my hands are full. Thanks so much, guys. See you again soon. Bye. So I've decided to go back to, I've got huge melano. No, why do I keep seeing names wrong? This is a Monstera variegata. There we go. I do know it. Little melano. No, little varicosum. What is it with saying names wrong today? Was there something else I should say?